that tree again. Hello, welcome to another English Sparkling with Tweedy video. Sorry about the very repetitive location. I just really like this spot. This is now, I think, finally the last of those wines from that mixed case from Hawkins Brothers, the wine merchant. Another producer that I think is new to me. I might have had this once before a long time ago, but I don't really recall what it was like. This is a producer called Coolhurst. I believe their vineyard is in West Sussex, near sort of Horsham, that kind of way. It's a 2018 vintage. This is their Blanc de Noir, which I think they give a sort of cuvee name to or something. They call it the Miller's Tale. I'm sure there's a story behind that. So presumably this is entirely Pinot Noir and possibly some Pinot Meunier. Quite a nice bit of packaging there, I thought. I like this sort of shape of bottle, quite narrow stem and a sort of bulbous base. It's got a little tassel or something, a little bit of ribbon hanging out. That's a nice touch. Completely superfluous. It's just going to get taken off and end up in the bin, but it looks pretty. It is a Friday once again. As I probably said in my another recent video, I can't shake this habit of Friday fizz. Oh, I see that bit of ribbon goes all the way over the muselet and the little cap on top of the cork there. And that would probably be a fun thing to sabrage off, I imagine. Alas, I'm out here in the woods, not at home. That is not an option. Funny. Nice sort of golden colour to that. Terrible lighting as always. Running joke. What do we have on the nose then? So sort of berry fruit. I would say delicate berry fruit. Always tempted in situations like this to say wild strawberry rather than strawberry. Could actually be a bit of strawberry. Something sort of greenish in there as well. Might actually have a bit of appliness to it, which you wouldn't really expect so much in a Blanc de Noir. That's something you get from Chardonnay, not from Pinot normally. Yeah, that's what it seems to be doing. There's possibly a hint of citrus as well. So bit of red berry fruit, bit of orchard fruit, bit of citrus. On the palate, really nice. Zing and a bit of sweetness. I'm sort of put in mind of what flavour are the dark fruit pastels? Are they black currant, possibly? I'm never quite sure. The almost black coloured fruit pastels. It's not particularly sweet, but there is a tiny edge of appealing sweetness there, and that zing and that fruitiness. Really nice fruit expression on the palate, and that is quite Pinot-esque. So I suppose we're talking something like a bit of black currant in there. I love the texture of that. Really nicely zingy and bright, long, lingering finish. Still enjoying that now. Perhaps more apparent on the palate, the fruit character, than it was initially on the nose. It was a little bit delicate on the nose. Really nice, I suppose, Pinot-y sort of fruit character on the palate. And it's very fresh, it's very vivacious, slightly breaky bottom-esque actually. That vivaciousness, that's an adjective I often want to talk about in connection with breaky bottom wines. Really appealing actually on the palate. I wish there was a little bit more going on the nose. Perhaps earlier this week I think I had a little bit of a cold coming. It seems to have kind of come and gone, one of those colds that never really fully materialises. It may just be that my nose is a tiny bit bunged up, so perhaps it's not the wine's fault, but it's really nice, precise, fresh, clean, I suppose sort of mineral as well. That's a really smart bit of English sparkling there. I'm enjoying that. Yeah, you know what, having mentioned breaky bottom there, I actually think this is a bit like the Cuvée Noëlla, the 2018 Blanc de Noir from Breaky Bottom, of which I'm a huge fan. I think one of my favourite Breaky Bottom wines of all time. It's not exactly like that. It's still stylistic differences. I feel like I'm noticing something like an autolytic character a little bit more here. It's a little bit more creamy. There's something sort of razor sharp about the acidity and the fruit expression in that Cuvée Noëlla, and this is a bit more rounded and kind of soft, but comparatively speaking, these things are all relative. There's still a lot of zing in this. It still has this very nice fruit expression. It still does have those kind of slight mineral notes to it, but that is a lovely style. I think Blanc de Noir, as a style of traditional method sparkling, has so much going for it. It's those kind of fruit characters that I just find. I mean, when it comes to fruit pastels, I prefer the darker coloured ones to the lighter coloured ones. I like the red ones and the black ones more than the green ones, the yellow ones. So I assume the green is supposed to be apple, the yellow is supposed to be lemon. The green could be lime, I don't know. It's all artificial flavours, presumably. I don't know, maybe there is genuine fruit juice in them. But I think the black is possibly supposed to be something like blackcurrant, and the red might be, who knows, cherry, or the red fruit, some sort of red berry fruit, that kind of thing. And I always veer towards the darker coloured ones, and that's your Blanc de Noir versus Blanc de Blanc separation right there. I think Blanc de Noir is a beautiful thing. It is a red wine expressed as a white wine. It has the sort of depth, complexity and interest of a red wine with the sort of subtlety and finesse of a white wine. Does that sound like complete nonsense? I don't know. Enjoying that very much. Well done, Coolhurst. Good job. I'm going to probably sit here and shut up for a bit and enjoy the gloom